It's right there, coming up. It's right there,
It's business as usual with Sea Hawaii. Today, 7 tourists are about a mile off Waiʻanae Coast spotting. Peter Whitney, Amos Tong, and Peter Hanakahi work for Sea Hawaii, a commercial tourist business operation.
The tours are great for humans because we get to interact with a lot of stuff that majority of the population don't see.
Ecotourism has been a thriving business in Hawaii since 1989 and has been one of Oahu's most popular ocean activities.
To show it to the guests that never seen a dolphin in their life is like, I don't know, it's touching though.
But for Adam Kurtz and National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, also known as NOAA, it's a little too close for comfort.
They're very susceptible to viewing pressures because they're close to shore, because they have a very regular schedule and easily found. How they're doing now is they need to have the protections a little more specific. Harassment of dolphins is illegal, and if you look at the definition of harassment, any act of pursuit, torment, or annoyance that has the potential to disturb a marine mammal in the wild, that can include closely approaching dolphins and swimming with them.
They don't want them interacting because it would stop the dolphins from doing what they're doing.
As far as swimming with dolphins, or even watching, they wanted us 100 yards away from them. Putting times where we cannot go and swim with the dolphins or even like visit them or boat watch, which was the prime times where we do go out, where the water conditions are a lot better for us to view.
So in 2016, NOAA started to reinforce a previous notice.
In 2005 is when the federal government basically made a comment on it or made their stance go forward with an advance notice of rulemaking. What we're basically trying to do is just to further clarify the law. So there has been a much more intense pressure for the spinner dolphins. We feel like the protection's a little more specific.
NOAA Fisheries published a rule to further prevent human harassment of dolphins in August 23rd of 2016. The rule prohibits being within 50 yards of a dolphin, including swimming with them. The goal was to reduce human activity in order to protect the health and sustainability of spinner dolphins. But these conditions made it hard for Sea Hawaii and other commercial tourist companies to stay above water.
Since that change, we have lost more than 90% of our revenue. So we've gone down from being one of the biggest sellers on the Japanese side to almost selling nothing.
And I don't want to be in that situation where I have to be laid off and then look for another job.
I do have a mortgage, I do have a car payments, and if I keep losing hours, I'm not going to be able to do that. I got to go look for another job that I might not love.
But NOAA's not doing this with bad intentions.
You know, the evidence that we've seen with our behavioral changes and seen much worse consequences from that. I mean, I think, you know, just protecting all of Earth's creatures is important, and especially to human influence. We really want to try and prevent that before we get to a point where there's no going back, and just really try and help these guys just go out and live and be wild.
This is Elizabeth Ufi from Waiʻanae High School for HIKI No. In regards to the news story Seeing Both Sides, first airing on May 4th, 2017, it was brought to our attention by Adam Kurtz of NOAA that our report gave the false impression that the ruling of prohibiting human activity within 50 yards of a dolphin had already taken effect. There is nothing currently in the law that specifically states that closely approaching or swimming with dolphins is illegal. However, NOAA has found that approaching spinner dolphins and being within 50 yards should be considered harassment, which is why they proposed the rule. As of now, the rule is going through a specific rulemaking process, and NOAA is taking other perspectives and information into consideration before the finalization of the rule.